Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi guys, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome back to the stream. I've got a full newborn baby girl session to edit. Um, Lots to chat about. It has been bananas around here. So I'm just gonna get on into it. I'm going to use this little super quick and easy action that I built for the way I set up my lights in the studio. And all it's doing is sharpening, removing some noise. Oh, you know what? That is a little yellow. Let's start. I'm just gonna start a new one actually. Let's see. Where do I want to start from? Default. Newborn basics. Okay, so I do want to sharpen. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna sharpen and then I'm gonna remove some noise. Maybe not zero. Bump that way up. Hey, Flavio! Nice to see you again. How you been? I've not been around Twitch much lately, but I'm here now. How's it been going? Okay, I'm gonna color balance this. But baby's a little bit jaundiced, so I'm not gonna go as warm as I normally would. I just bump a little bit of red and a teeny bit of yellow. And then I might end up going, you know what, I'm not. I am gonna go back to curves. That's my go-to. Just a teeny little bump. Here we go. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna do automatically. And then I'll just clean it up because I've got some sensor dust going on. Thank you for the subscribe, Flavio. I appreciate it. It has been so crazy around here. And I'm going to darken this a little bit, just a little bit, but I know it's just going to be this blanket that I'm on right now, so I didn't want to put that in the action. Oh my God. Been good. Got two new jobs. And the summer hasn't started yet. Okay. Very good. Yeah, can you hear me okay? I randomly started having trouble with sound. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, like they said that it sounded like I was like speaking through a sock. So I'm not. Um, I have had there's been a baby boom at the studio. All the baby girls in the whole wide world. Oh, no music. Okay, so I can explain the no music because I was using Pretzel Rocks and I just upload straight to YouTube after I am done here. I just put a little intro outro on it and it's good to go. And every single time I was getting they weren't strikes, the takedown strikes, but they were like a copyright claim. And it was just like an extra step that I didn't want to deal with. So I am musically naked right now until I find something that I'm more comfortable with. Because I don't want to mess with anybody's copyright or anything like that for sure. Okay, baby girl giving all the expressions. This is actually one of my best friends from college. This is her first grandbaby, which is crazy because I still feel 19. But here we are. So it has been total baby boom, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. I'm on board with it. So I had some people recommend other music places kind of like Pretzel Rock, and I just haven't really been able to check them out yet. And I had them written down and threw the thing away, which is not helpful. Okay, she's got that newborn dry skin. I'm going to switch to my stylist here. So what are your new jobs, Flavio? I want to hear about this. The inquiries have been heavy this week too here, which is good. It's always a good feeling. And I got so last stream I worked on my competition entries for Portrait Masters, and I got those entered yesterday. I don't think they actually announced anything until I think it's like September or something. It's a long time. And everything at district except for one. So 7 out of my 8 sealed at district, so I don't have to work on those, which is a nice feeling. But there's that one I have to decide, does it have the potential? Do I keep working on it, or do I just scrap it and start all over again? Because it's not terribly dynamic, but I also like it, and I put a lot of time into it. And I kind of went ham on Portrait Masters this year and entered. Low base told me that I was limited to 2, and I got it down to 17. That's where I stopped. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, no. Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate that. That intro and outro is super old. That's when I first started trying anything at all. So I think you're probably right. It's definitely one of those things I need to um, work on. And I've been doing marketing for our little soccer club and having so much fun with that I'm a little bit more inspired on those kinds of marketing type things. And I think now would be a good time to work on that actually. Because I have, hi, AWUW. Did I get that? Am I close? Thank you, thank you. How is everybody? Can I call you Double? Is that okay? Names on Twitch make me panic. Little baby face. Thank you. End of August, September. Chess Congress. Oh, video too. Have you shot video for events and stuff yet? I've been getting, for whatever reason, I haven't shot weddings since 2015. So I took it off of all of my, I'm going to darken this a little bit, it seems bright. Took it off all of my metadata, everything. SEO, took it off my website, all that stuff. And I still get inquiries once in a while. I've gotten a whole bunch this week, and it's people that are getting married in like a week. So I don't know if photographers are bailing on them or what the deal is. I had to save this one just because of her little grouchy face. Oh, I'm anxious to see your videos. I've never ventured into video. She's looking grumpy. And I'm a little bit intimidated by it. And I saw the news that Nikon is planning to move away from DSLRs by 2025. I'd rather get someone else to do the video part as I'm doing the photos. Yeah, I can see that, especially for video because you want all different angles and I've been watching some video editing on Twitch and it's really interesting to me because it's a totally different animal. Okay, let's see if we need to. Yeah, just clean up her skin a little. I way overshot this session because this, like I said, this is my good friend from college, her grandbaby. And normally for a newborn, I'll shoot maybe 200 or 300, depending on if there are sibling photos, family photos, like lots of different combos. And I shot 800 for this one. So buckle up. We're going to be here a while. But they were from out of town. So I've got a week from there before their ordering session, a week from yesterday. So that's plenty of time. I know. I didn't, you just kind of go by the feeling. And then I got home and I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's really, that was not good. Do we want 100? Yeah, sure. I guess I'd rather overshoot than undershoot. That's what I tell myself when I come home with 800 pictures of a newborn. Because really, with a newborn, um, you rarely take one that's not usable. It's the only thing that would make it not usable are the fact that it's a duplicate with something else. And then you get all these little expressions. They're gonna have a million pictures pulled through. Sorry. So any wedding photographers out there are probably, I don't know, where are you right now? Probably in the thick of it. It used to be June, but I feel like it's moving up. And if it is June, you're probably getting ready. The whole region is prepping for the Indy 500 this weekend, and I made the mistake of making plans downtown, kind of near the mess. So that was not smart. I have more babies tomorrow morning at the studio. I'm loving this baby boom. And if you remember the 21 came before me, I'm going to share it just because I want to. um, this was a concept piece for a client, and I'm really hoping that I get more clients that have specific stories that they want told because that's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. No, I just shoot in JPEG. That's my dirty little secret. Um, but I've always shot in JPEG because I've tried RAW for a little bit because that was the thing that you were supposed to do, and it seemed like an extra step for no reason. But I sent this to print. They got a 36 by 24 gallery print framed of this, and I cannot wait to see it in person. So there's that. And back to the work. That is my favorite thing though. When somebody comes in with a very specific story that they want told, that is when I am on cloud nine. We got a yawn, or she's shocked. Should save this in my marketing folder for when I have like big news. I do this already? Yeah, I did. Okay. I know how Twitch feels about babies, though. I'm the official spokesperson of babies to sell everybody on babies. I signed up yesterday. So I was a soccer player in high school. I mean, I guess technically I still am. But in high school I was a good soccer player. And I just got a thing yesterday that we're going to have our alumni game again. They haven't had one in probably more than 10 years. And I signed up. I was, soccer was my life for 18 years. And I signed up and went to see who else I played with that was going to sign up, and everybody's got back problems. Nobody's going to be. So the person closest in age to me is 17 years younger. So I'm going to be like the grandpa at running races. There's a 104-year-old man that goes to running races that I'm in. And it's just remarkable that he's even there. But that's who I'm going to be on the soccer field. I'm still going to do it, though. I don't care. It's so fun. At least I'm setting expectations really low. So I like being the underdog. I'm okay with that. I'll go out there, bicycle kick, rainbow flick. Thank you, Flavio. Yes. I'll just keep reminding everybody that I've had 6 kids and I could be their mom. Okay. So I shot 800 photographs of this baby girl, and we have done 6. So, right on track. Just what's all part of the plan. Her expressions are killing me. I love it. It does feel weird without music. I feel like I'll never get used to not having music. It makes me talk more, which is a feat. Little flaky baby skin. It's been raining for like 3 days, but it means I'm not mowing, so keep it coming. So next Wednesday, I will be at the U.S. men's national team games. I will not be streaming. I've been real sporadic lately with my streaming. Um, because not all my clients want their stuff streamed, the editing, but this family was okay with it. Now you can kind of see my setup here. A little white noise going on the cell phone. And a lot of times when people see how well their baby's sleeping, they're like, what app is that? Scroll through. Let me just get a copy of that. Oh, I should have just wiped her eye a little bit, but I didn't. And then, of course, if anybody prints big, then I will go through and pixel peek a little bit and make sure everything is perfect. Look at that face. I love it. I love expressive newborns. Give me a little side eye. So what's everybody else got planned? What's going on this weekend? What's everybody shooting this weekend? I've got newborns in the morning, and then I'm going to a semi-pro soccer game in the afternoon right downtown where the whole world will be for getting ready for the Indy 500. And then another newborn the next day, and then 2 newborn consultations. Monday, of course, is Memorial Day. So I'll go to the cemetery and put flowers out and flags and all that good stuff. I need some music. And now, especially when there's no noise outside, it's silent. Okay, coming up on the first round being done. And I think I'll just extend the background for this one because oops, we're off already. There we go. I like that kind of leaving the space around her. Doesn't match it perfectly, but that'll do. I like that big negative space situation that's happening. And then did I not did I not stop that? What is happening? There we go. That was weird. Hmm. All right, let's get another set going up here. Oh my gosh, I've kept more than I have not. 45. There's a smile in here somewhere. 56. Oh, it's in the gray. She had a big smile in the gray. Just as babies start to go to sleep and their eyes are kind of rolling around, that's when the smiles come out. Hmm. Might be a little bright. So I'm basically all newborns for the next, I think maybe the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna look at my calendar here. So I don't know what happened 9 months ago, but all the babies are coming. Yep, newborn, 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 soccer game, newborn, and then I headed down south for my speaking tour, where I'll be speaking on um, visual storytelling to several guilds across the South, which I'm super duper duper excited about. If anybody's in the South, come see me. I'll be in Tennessee, Alabama, and Louisiana, or maybe Mississippi. I'll find out. I'll figure it out before we leave. See all this little color shifting in baby skin. If you're going to print it, then you could go in and kind of color correct that. Especially, if it's going on the wall or something or going in competition, then that's definitely something that you want to address. But in this scenario, this is for their reveal, viewing, whatever you want to call it. I don't like calling it a viewing because it's very funeral-like. Just got a little texture addition there. And then I know that it's there, so I'm going to, there we go. Quick and easy. Oh no, I just heard the karaoke machine start. What could go wrong? Their daddy's probably in a meeting down there. They know mama's live. What 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 else would they do but have karaoke party? Maybe she heard me saying that we need music. So as long as they're karaokeing copyright free music, or open copyright anyway, we're good. Hmm. That's still a little bit bright. Should probably adjusted my exposure a teeny bit. Thinking. put her right in the rule of thirds. Darken just a touch, and then add a little contrast. Her pretty skin. Okay, went through that. Bless you. Somebody's in there. Through that round pretty quick, which I like. Keep trucking. Oh, she wasn't feeling it. Swaddle and a passy. You know what? 69.70. Let's do this real quick. Just because we can. Okay, well I grabbed the wrong one. There it is. It's a quick little face swap. Like a mask. Like if you put on a mask with your own face. This is what you're doing. Looks like I backed up a teeny bit. So I want to match up the headband and the camera right. There we go. And then just get rid of the hard edge. There we go. Passy, no passy. We want no passy. You can see the little outline where where there was a passy. I love this little bit of texture. I don't want it to be completely totally smooth. I like that little touch of interest. Doesn't feel like Friday right now. It feels like okay, so let me grab the and just get rid of that little. I should probably just make the brush bigger, but now I'm in too deep. Okay, and we'll keep trucking. Okay, got 18 edited, and then let's keep finding some. I like this angle where you're shooting into the shadow side of the face. So I want to hold on to that one, 86.75. 80, 80, 81, 83. And we'll do a little focus on detail shots there. '84, '86, '88. Just when you thought she was going back to sleep. No, sir. '92, '94. I can't believe how many I'm using. They are seriously going to have 200 photographs to choose from. I have no self-control. I'm not even sorry. Just leave it. I like that monochrome setup. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened to my. No, I don't know what happened to my sound. I hope that it's okay. I hope that you guys will overlook it. And then I like the bright, very. Okay, never mind. I changed my mind. It's pretty light and airy as is. I love that little grumpy eye peeking over at you. So this is a keeper. I'm such a sucker for texture. I used to subscribe to the gradient in the background, fade everything out, blur it beyond recognition. And that is just not me. I love texture. I love texture stacking and having the light hit it, a little side light and just highlight different textures and wide-eyed baby. Here we go. I would like one of these facial expression shots super up close with some beautiful lighting and really dodge and burn. Beautiful. That's exactly what I was going for. I think today was the last day of school for the school district. So don't try to go to the ice cream shop today. Everybody, my brother will be there. Oh, gosh. Eyes are watering. Black-eyed peas stuck in my head. There we go. Now we'll do a little extra here just to really highlight those little. Now this is one where it would be worthwhile for me to use a macro lens, but I didn't, and I'm not gonna. If I can use one tool to get the job done, I'm going to use one tool to get the job done for sure, unless I'm feeling real saucy. So I will address the color shifting here because I don't want it to take away from the main purpose of this, which is to highlight the little baby lips. And I want to take, I'm going to shift actually the line of the depth of field. Because it's in focus here, 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 and that's about it really. But I'm going to give it a little Gaussian blur, just a little. And then a nice wide, and then a little bit bigger at 50. So then we can really highlight. It's always little. Maybe the highlights are definitely going to be across the bridge of the nose because that's where we actually want them. So I've got this one to edit. I've got another one tomorrow morning. I don't know if they will be okay with me editing live or not. I hope so. That'd be fun. But it's going to be babies around here for a while. So get on board with it. And I've got to start working on my, which I've given visual storytelling as a presentation several times, but I like to never give the same presentation twice. So it'll be somewhat of the same subject matter, but I want to find some different ways to present it. Okay. Now there's some tool on here that I heard about because I didn't want to have to do the subscription for Adobe, so I kept the same um, version for more than 10 years. And I started on just Photoshop. There's no number. So I don't necessarily, I just keep doing what I'm doing and I don't necessarily, um, that's interesting. Portrait generator. Wow. That's weird. Okay. So none of those. But, oh no, where did my, okay. So I forget what it's called. What is it? There's something where you could like it would fill in this to match the blanket, and I cannot think of what it's called. I've never used it, but I knew of it. It's got to be in here somewhere. Is it still there? Perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. I don't think that's it. Hmm. It's gonna. As soon as I know it, as soon as I see it, I'll know it. But I can't think of it off the top of my head. Okay, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, which is how I've always done it. And that's why I've missed out on a lot of um, features in Photoshop because I'd get a new version and I would just continue doing what I've done before. So I never learned the new possibilities, which, serves me just fine. But it's fun to learn about it too. Like the sky replacement tool, I find really frustrating because I perfected that craft over the course of many years. And now it is nothing. So what I don't get though is that I see a lot of really poorly replaced skies that are floating around out there. Why is that? There's no excuse for that. I'm sleepy and in need of coffee. I might run a little black and white on this one just because it's practically black and white anyway. It's just, whoops, I went backwards. It's just the skin tone that's not black and white. Yeah. Never mind. Get it. All right, let's grab another set. I'm ridiculously sleepy. I'm pretty sure we have a newborn smile coming up in this set pretty soon. So 86, 97, coming. There it is. There it is. 14. Oh, that's my favorite. 20, 26, 31. You can always tell when a passage gets pulled. 36 and 44. I don't know. So let's look. 48. 48, 52, 55, 56. Let me remember those. Okay. 48, 52, 56. Okay, and we'll stop there. Okay, just run quick action and show me. I'm just like complaining about everything. Olaf, how's it going? Mr. Lopez? What you been up to? I'm gonna give a little curve bump because she's pretty. No, I'm not. Huh. Let's do levels instead. I'm gonna take the opacity down on this and then raise. Going good. Very good. I love that everybody's busy. Where have you been shooting? Inquiries are rolling in. It's a good time to be a photographer. Alright, and I'm going to run just a low opacity color brush over some of the skin just to kind of even it out. Maybe a little bit higher than that. And a little jaundice there. There we go. I'm shooting headshots and looking forward to the coffee shop job in August. Very cool. That I've got to say that sounds delicious right now. I could go for a coffee. I actually looked at a new studio space. I've been in my studio for 10 years. But the parking situation and just downtown in general just really isn't what it used to be 10 years ago. And I looked at the space that has parking spots. The only other place in it is a coffee shop, which is kind of perfect because I can keep myself in coffee. It'll be a little bigger. And I don't know, so I'm gonna tour it because I have a very, very small studio right now, but it's always been it's been plenty. I can composite what I need to, and the location was so good that it didn't matter so much. But the location really isn't, and it's pretty expensive too. So if I can find a place in a much fancier area and it be the same or even less, then I think it's worth considering. But it's scary because I've been in that space for 10 years. Yeah. Yes. So what is your coffee shop job? Do I know about this? I have terrible memory and I apologize if I do know about this. What are you shooting for, like promotional stuff? It'd be fun. I have not done a lot of promotional stuff, but well, okay, I take that back because before I opened my studio, I was in corporate marketing, so I did the photographs specifically for commercials. But it's not like you're a technician in that scenario. It's not really like anything creative whatsoever. I think that could be fun to be creative in that aspect. And I'm going to just give her highlights, a little bit of a dodge. There we go. Oops, wrong one. I need music. I need somebody to sing. I can't live like this. Very dramatic. Promotional stuff like, oh, that would be fun. Is this an on-stream edit? Because I want to see that for sure. Those college kids. That's when I started drinking coffee. Was in college because in the art studio they let us. They just kept a pot of coffee in there, and we were poor art kids, so that's like we survived on coffee. That'll be fun. Big yawn. Definitely some color issues happening there. That's strong enough. I'm going. Whoops. I'm gonna fix this one because that's gonna drive me nuts. There we go. I just had somebody ask me this weekend if I did promotional photos, and I was like, I don't know. Usually I'm real definitive about what I will or won't shoot, but that's one that could go either way. It kind of just depends on the subject matter and if I want to. The kids put on music. We got a karaoke machine going. That actually sounds like my daughter's ballet music, so maybe she's practicing. It got really inspired, I guess. It's kind of a cheesy word, but when when I was watching the judging for the competition a couple weeks ago, and I sketched out a whole bunch of ideas. So now it's going to be time to get those ideas trucking and make them happen before we get. This looks soft, actually. I'm not even gonna edit that. It's soft. And too much coffee. Yeah, middle of August. Oh, I hope we get to watch. That would be cool. But that's exciting. It's an exciting job to have. Congratulations. To get free coffee out of it. Free coffee for life. Oh my goodness, it's cute. I overshot this session. I don't know if you guys were here when I was saying that, but normally for a newborn session, I'll shoot 200, maybe 300. Um, yes, that's a great networking opportunity. Those kinds of promotional things, everybody wins. I love it. And I love that we're getting back to where we are able to do that more. The area that I'm in has been real hesitant to get back to normal, back to handshakes and stuff like that. So, anyway, I shoot. Yeah, oh, coffee for life. They would be losing money on me. Um, oh, that's gonna be so annoying. Lines. Anyway, I overshot this by a pretty wide margin because normally I shoot 2 or 300 because most everything that you shoot in a newborn session is going to be useful. Short of like they start pooping on you or something. You could probably even use that if you wanted to. That's what am I doing here? But this was a friend from college, her first grandbaby, and which is bananas, by the way. But I shot 800. So I'm gonna be here a while. I'm not even sorry. I'm not sorry I did that. I might be a few hours in, but not yet. So it's over shooting this weekend. If these are new, if you're new people, then I asked that too already. Nobody answered me anyway. So come on. I've got newborns. All the newborns. I love it. But they're all girls too. It's funny. I think newborns tend to go in waves like that, where let's get lazy. Where I'll have like all girls for a little while, and then all boys for a little while. My grandmother used to say if there are a lot of baby boys born, that it was preparing for war, and meant preparing for war. But I don't think that's how that works. All right, Grandma. But anyway, it's girls right now, so There's that baby smile. I live for a newborn smile. Hey, is it Mia the ghost or Maya the ghost? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Good day. Mia. Okay. Do you get that a lot or just me? And I love ghosts here. I welcome them. So you're in good company. Now I'm just going to make this baby more egg-like. Oh, that's huge. There we go. Babies think I'm hilarious. Are you a streamer, Mia? I do think because I love this picture so much, I'm going to address some of the color shifting going on where she's a little bit jaundiced, so there's some yellows in there, and she's a baby, so there's some reds in there. Not currently. Well, welcome. Are you a photographer or editor? Probably hard to get work as a ghost. All right. I'm going to play into this one just a little bit more than I have been because I've been speed editing a little bit because I did that to myself. Oh, okay. Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome. I used to have music and now it's just sad and quiet. I keep getting copyright claims on the music. So I gave up. All right, and then I'm gonna bump. I should probably wait till I color correct to do all this, but it's the fun part. So here we are. All right. So I'm just gonna take low opacity. And I'm gonna take this little pink and go into those same tones. I'm colorblind, so I go by the numbers or wing it. So don't ever say I'm not professional by winging it. So I want to bring back some of that. I want a little ham there. But I do want to burn in there her creases in her eyes and stuff, just really drive home that newborn smile. Nope, that went that went sideways real quick. And then I'm just gonna bring this down. And I do love a texture, but this is one, again, that I just don't want to distract from what we're doing here. All right. I love a baby smile. And even an almost baby smile. Okay. All, oh, it was 5 just a second ago. All 3 viewers. If you are real people, how do you feel about photographing newborns? It's a hot topic. Very divisive. I went into photography knowing I really, really wanted to photograph newborns partly because I liked the hours because people are off when they have a baby, so they can come during the week and then I can have weekends off. That was my initial reasoning. I mean, I like babies and everything, but my business minded decision was scheduling. Um, because in my head I was thinking, well, I could get all my work done while my kids were in school. Well, my kids were only in school 2 years before I decided to homeschool them. And then it didn't really matter. And my husband works from home, so we have a little bit of a unconventional schedule, but that also makes my life easier as far as being able to schedule stuff. If I have to work on weekends, not that big a deal. Never photographed newborns, but have done maternity. Very nice. Maternity is one of my most favorite. I'm gonna show you my is this shameless? I just want to share my newborn stuff. And it's a nice little break from editing. Let me get back up here. And if anybody else wants, or not newborn, maternity, where are you at? Here they are. Here's some of my more recent stuff. I love maternity. Love it because you can pamper them and you can dress up and you can have your Beyonce moment. But like they're on the shorter side. Oh, thank you very much. The sessions are on the shorter side when you compare them with newborns anyway. But it seems like people are getting away from maternity, and I hope that's not the case because I really, really, really love it. Thank you for the follow too. Do you want to share? Do you have a website? Do you want to share your work? I can't get the song out of my head. I coach youth soccer, and there's one kid on my team, and he gets a terrible song stuck in my head every practice. And it's not even intentional. Share your Instagram. We'll give you a shout out here. Okay, let's see here. We got a little purple bonnet. 8760. This is ridiculous how many photographs. I have a problem. Okay, we'll check it out here. 66, 68. 66, 68, 72. All right, 66, 68, 72. And then we're going to check out Mia's. It's Mia 01. Here we go. Oh, wait. There you are. Very nice. You are somewhere warm. Oh, I just realized I was looking at him where you guys couldn't see it. Very cool. Photography is life. I like that setup too. I love giving a critique. Yes. Aw. I like that romper too. City time. Oh, cool. Is there more? Oh, I see. I always miss that on Instagram. I'm an Instagram off. I'm not good at it yet. Oh, I like that. I like that depth of field. Macro. You've come to the right place with macro. Not me necessarily. Everybody go like her. All three of you, including yourself. Um, but there are a ton of macro photographers on Twitch that are really good. I don't the macro like I'll do some macro on newborns, but that's about it. But I super duper love maternity. That might be if I had to pick a favorite genre, it might be maternity. But that's hard because if I do a whole bunch of something, then I'll change and want to do like something else will be my favorite. Oh, no kidding! With your phone? That's awesome. So what are you shooting with now? I like the texture in this. Okay, we've got to do a little booty cleanup here. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Canon. All right. I'm a Nikon girl, but I guess after 2025 I'm not. I was just saying that I saw Nikon is planning to do away with DSLRs in their lines starting in 2025 or by 2025, something like that. That's a bummer. So I guess I'll start. I mean, I've had the same two bodies. They're the exact same camera, but my main and my backup for 12 years. So it's time. I've gotten my money's worth. Highlight that squish. Little baby bicep. So I thought I had my next camera all picked out, but I don't know with that news. I don't know how I feel about that. Sensor depth on there. I don't replace my equipment. I also don't really clean it. So, welcome to all my bad habits. So, I put on the video today. I think I titled it Number One Most Important Piece of Business Advice. So, I will give that to you now. And when I went to school for fine arts and we were getting ready for a student show. And you had to price your work, and that felt goofy. Like, it's a student show, nobody's gonna come buy anything. And so I was just gonna put not for sale on everything. And my professor was like, "Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you?" And I told him that it felt weird, like nobody was gonna buy anything anyway, so why would I put a price on it? And he said, "Nobody will pay you more than you tell them you're worth." And that seriously stuck with me like you wouldn't believe. I repeat that every time I speak all over the country to different PTA affiliates and with through other organizations too. And every single time I bring that up because we get this weird mental block as artists, or craftsmen, whichever you consider yourself, that there's a certain price point that we should be in. But don't limit yourself and know your worth. And people will find the money for what they value. So if they want you to be their photographer, they'll figure out how to make that happen, whether they had a budget set beforehand or not. So there you go. Write it down. Take it in. But that really stuck with me and I didn't know that I was going to be a photographer at the time. I talked about it with my husband for a long time, and I didn't actually open up the studio until our daughter passed. That was kind of the catalyst that I needed to make it happen. Thank you. I wish I could take credit for it. I think I will. I will take credit for it. I actually feel kind of bad because I don't know which professor it was. I haven't narrowed down to like two. It was one of them. I should ask them. I'm friends with one of them on Facebook. And I think it's hard too when you get comfortable, when you're at a comfortable place in business and you're making a decent living and you're too busy. And that's the key sign, when you're too busy, then it's time to raise your prices and weed out the people that really value you. And then when it comes time to do it yourself, no matter how much you believe in that advice, when it comes time to do it yourself, you come up with a million different reasons. And I went 8 years without raising my prices. 8 years. That's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. You heard of anybody not getting a raise in 8 years? That's insane. And really, the part of it was that I was so super comfortable, overworked, but I was comfortable. I knew what I was going to be making every month because I could easily predict what people were going to spend. And then COVID happened and shut the world down. And my excuse of not having time to update my materials and to not know where like in my schedule, here is where I stopped with the old price list and started with the new price list. Um, COVID took away those excuses, so it was kind of now or never, and I tripled my prices, which even saying that now is like it's scary. But first of all, I had gone 8 years, and I didn't want to have to do it again, and I had learned my lesson that I'm not great at doing that on a regular basis. So I wanted to make sure that this was something that could sustain me for a while. And I figured, you know, if I was going to go out in a pandemic, business wise, then I was going to go out swinging. And I only lost one client that said to me, because you raised your prices, we aren't coming back. One client out of hundreds. So I was very grateful for that because I have a handful of clients that have stuck by me for 15 years that I've been in business, which is insane because it's a huge price difference from when I started, as it should be. I'm a better photographer than when I started too. All right, let's get some more of these up here. 8775. Let's see what we've gotten edited. We've got 45 edited so far. 77, 80. Maple Glades, how's it going? You just missed my business rant. You might be glad. It's going well. It's good. Everybody else that saw it is like, please no. Yeah, it is babies all day long up in here. I don't know what 9 months ago was. Yes, I am. I am too. That I have a handful of clients that are just incredible. I love all my clients. I really do. In 15 years, I've only had one client that I would not, if they contacted me again, I would be like, no, she's gone. She's booked. She's full. She doesn't live here anymore. Only one. So that's pretty good. It was a big relief because it was a huge increase. Okay. 90, let's go with 91. I was ranting about knowing your worth as a business person, as an artist. 94, 96, 97. Can you guys hear the karaoke madness that's happening in my basement right now? I hope not. Here we go. I tried red and pink, and I don't know what that looks like to somebody who's not colorblind, but I'm feeling it. I'm just going to start with that one. And I created an action here just for this session. Oops. I thought about, we were talking about critiques earlier, and I thought about offering like a specific day of the week, maybe of critiques for people that are looking for them, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh, thank you. Good. I was hoping something a little bit different. I tend to do a lot of monochromatic stuff, especially with newborns, because it's simpler and it keeps the focus all on the baby. But babies get a lot of attention. They're fine. Just kidding. Babies can never have enough attention. I'm gonna just burn down the sides a teeny bit because it's really bright. Hey, impoverish. How are you? It's hard when it comes to actually telling people that's what you're worth and feeling like you have grounds to stand on. It is, especially when in the back of your head you're like, oh, I really could use what you're offering. But once you do it, every time that you have to have that conversation, it gets easier and easier and easier. And it's kind of like cutting out the stuff that you don't really want to shoot. Like we talked a lot about weddings because it's such a definitive yes or no. Most people know for sure whether or not they're into shooting weddings. Because you can know your worth, but it doesn't matter if you bend and cave immediately because people are surprised by your professional prices. Yeah, and a lot of people, you know what? And I'm bad about. I say you can never know what somebody's going to spend, what their budget's going to be, or even the kind of buzzwords. Like if somebody's inquiry is how much does this cost, then my initial response is okay. Well, that's your number one first question before anything else. I'm probably not going to hear back from you because I'm not just going to give you a straight answer because sometimes people don't know what they want. So I want to have a conversation about it first. And most of the time it works out. There are always those other times. Ooh, we got combos going. I like it. 12 hours a day in the field. So are you actually farming? Love a super fan. Oh no. I keep meaning to fix it. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna write it in big letters on my notes. I gotta do the thing where it puts them at the front. Oh man. I'll just pop my back while you guys watch commercials. No. Can you still hear me? I wanna pick what commercials. Green screen wizard. What are you farming? My brother-in-law and I guess technically my sister, she doesn't do anything, but they are farmers. They are, no, to be honest, they're like melons, I think. I know they're like watermelons and stuff, but I think they change out every other year maybe. But in all fairness, he doesn't know what I do for a living either, so this is really similar to another one that I just edited. Didn't really do that. Oh, yes, I don't grow anything. I can't keep houseplants alive, so in the event of an apocalypse, my nephew has promised to keep me alive, but realistically, I'm not made for that kind of world. Yep. Wheat, oats, canola, barley, lentils. Hmm. Okay. I could survive on that. Um, Steam Deck. I don't know what that is. Is that, wait, is that this? Because I haven't set it up yet. Have one. Excited about it. Oh. Well, that seems better. The Excel version seems better. I don't actually know what I thought it would be like sound effects and stuff. And my husband was like, that's not what it does. You know, like a radio station. Okay. I don't really know. I don't actually know what it's supposed to do. It's different camera angles and stuff, I think. So I saw you on the farm the other day and I didn't know if it was like for a shoot or it was on your birthday. Yes. Patience in YouTube videos. I have one of those. You have to guess. I guess it depends for what. I have no patience for electronics whatsoever. Wow, that's crazy. That's cool. I'm going to the U.S. men's national soccer team game against Morocco next Wednesday, and I was thinking about streaming from there just because I'm so excited about it. Or maybe like an Instagram live or something. Whoops, wrong way. I'm knee deep in babies for the time being. 16 newborn girls. I don't know where all the boys are. All right. I don't even know if I'm halfway through this session. I cannot believe how much I overshot this session. It's ridiculous. I've got 50 edited out of 800. So I'm guessing I'm going to have a solid amount to show them. A fair amount. Yeah, I like that. I can see that for sure. I'm not that great at streaming yet because it's not terribly obvious, but I think that would be cool. What's going on with I'm like seeing lines. I don't know if it's in my head or actually in the screen. I follow you. That's all right. Do I want more contrast here? I don't know. Probably not. A strongly worded email. It does not feel like Friday. Not at all. All right, so what's everybody up to this weekend? I'm going to ask it again. start asking questions and everybody bails. I'm going to a soccer game tomorrow. Oh, okay. 90% contrast. That seems high. This is one grumpy little lamb who clearly had a passy. So soft though. Do you shoot no newborns, Mabel? Mia the ghost watching some movies. Okay, what movies? Now we're getting down to some real. This is real talk. I'm going to see Indy 11, which is semi-professional soccer team, but I forgot that it is Indy 500 weekend. So that's like a zillion extra people in town. Should be great. People are great in crowds. And before that, I have a newborn, another newborn. They're just babies galore. Oh, Canope. Okay. My children are, I think they're forcing me to watch it, but there's a solid chance that I'm going to sleep through it through no fault of my own. But I try. What's going on here? Okay, good. Because I was not sure. I wasn't sure. It's the internet. You just don't know. And I've learned a lot since starting on Twitch. Okay, senior year the new with Rebel Wilson. I haven't even heard of that. Is it? I guess it's out then. Probably the movie's probably, or it's not even a movie. I don't think an episode or whatever. I can't stay awake through anything Star Wars related. I slept through them all, and then I slept through them all in order. So no, I tend to be cynical and sarcastic. Also a great combination. Make friends easily. My phone is going nuts. I'm only popular when I'm actively streaming. Are these all? They seem kind of the same. Nope, they are not. Okay, so I want to hear from the other business people. I gave my best business advice and shameless plug. If any of you are in the southern United States, I'm going on a speaking tour next month. Come see me. It's a party. I'm I'm hilarious in person. It doesn't translate. Just kidding. I'm not hilarious. That's too much pressure. I will be in Tennessee, Alabama, and I think Louisiana. Oh, it's all over. I never. I'm not a movie person anymore. I used to be, but now I watch the same 10 movies over and over. So I know Huntsville is one. I don't actually know where I'm going. I should. I think I'm outside Nashville, which I've spoken around Nashville quite a bit. Hey, I did Oregon last year. I don't know why I'm yelling. Very aggressive sometimes. I am much louder in person. I will warn you there. I don't know why that is. Control the volume of my voice. If there are any old Saturday Night Live fans on here, me and Will Ferrell, same problem. Very nice. Okay. So we're gonna stop raining. Maybe I should live stream the new studio spaces I'm looking at, and I take a Twitch vote. You guys could decide for me. Do I leave my studio space for the last 10 years? I hope that it's one of those things where when I walk in and see it in person, then it's real definitive. It's real decisive. It's a definite yes or a definite no. Because honestly, changing your address on stuff is the worst. Not a fan. And you always forget something vital. And then some big package, something gets sent somewhere else. And then the people who are there now don't want to help you. So, okay, I'm gonna take the gray out here. And there's just not a ton of open fabric. I love this wool stuff that I've used, but it's really kind of a one use thing, which sucks because I don't actually remember if it's expensive or not, but I wouldn't buy it if it were a one time use. Black eyed peas stuck in my head. All right, so theoretically, your all stars is on here. What is something that you'd love to photograph that you have not? Oh, my mouse is being weird. Like either a genre, like newborn, or mine would be Northern Lights. I would love to photograph the Northern Lights. And I'm actually not terribly. I'm in Indiana, and when I was speaking in Michigan, they said that you could photograph them like in the Upper Peninsula. So I should probably do that sometime. What's going on with this? spent a lot more time on that than I should have. Animals in the night sky filled with stars. Yes. So I am not a an astrophotographer. Shooting the sky is it's hard. Not to sound like a big baby, but it's hard. I've done it once, and I have taken my best picture out of that session and used it somewhere in the ballpark of a million times for various composites and other things. Like, I'm surprised how often it comes in handy to use. That reminds me, while we're talking about the night sky, and I love the idea of animals. That makes me want to do a composite. But see, that's what I tend to do. Rather than actually go find the stuff and photograph it for real, then I just create a composite. Totally different kind of art form, but so for my big competition that I worked towards all year, um, and you're gonna see the people watching me plummet because everybody's probably sick of hearing about this. But so I entered district competition, 4 in each case, and I have a master artist case, which is composite work, and then I have photographic open case, which is photographic work. And I entered, you can only enter 4. 4 is a full case, and I entered photographic open and I sealed all 4 images, which is awesome. So they're going on to the International Photographic Competition. And then for my master artist case, I sealed 3 of the 4. So that's the best I've done at district. I will not do as well as I did overall last year because I had 2 GIA nominations. But I want to show you guys the one that did not merit because I need to know if I should scrap this or work on it. And I don't know what the answer is. Here are the ones. So down here are the guide images. That's what I use to create the main image. This is 21K before me. This is actually a client image that she wanted to commemorate her fertility journey. And it merited. And then this is Alone for the Holidays. This is a little nod to my dad missing my mom. And it merited. And then here's the one we're talking about. And then this is So You'll Remember. And it's a little kind of a piece. That's my youngest daughter and my dad, and that's a locket with my mom. And she was 2. She just turned 2 when my mom passed. So that's just a little nod to that. So this is the lone soldier that did not merit. I'll share my photographic open ones too. I'm proud of my case, but it's not I don't think that it's as good as last year, so it's a little bit frustrating. This is Broken and Stitched. This is my son wants to be a heart surgeon. And this is my daughter and her cat Zuzu Bailey. Dance the Sugar Plum Kitties. This is Don't Wake Me. This is a client image. And then this is Then Sings My Soul, also a client image. Those all sealed. So this is it. This is the last one that I've got to decide what to do with before IPC. And I don't know if it's maxed out. I do want to take the guide images and move them to the bottom because I think maybe that's taking away from the final image. But I don't know. So I've got to decide. But that reminded me, the night sky thing. That was a moon that I actually photographed. Um, and I was like, okay, I've got a picture of a moon. I don't ever have to do that again because I'm not good at it. And I probably realistically don't have good equipment for it either. That's one of the things that equipment might make a pretty solid difference. But anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. 8808. Am I even halfway through here? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. 10, no, 11. 11 and 13. What kind of animals? Because I'm picturing, when I read that, I was picturing like zoo type animals, like not in the zoo, but with like a half silhouette where you can see the texture. That sounds beautiful. Oops. Okay, let's see. 56 are completed. Okay. Okay, so what's missing is the question. Because I agree. So the concept for that, 13, where am I at? Hold on just a second, I got distracted. Here we go. The concept for, did I put it away already? I think I did. The concept for this it was actually going to be a case filler. These take a little bit more time, and they're ones that I like to work on, walk away from, come back to, that kind of thing. So this one I thought would be easy to put together. And I was going based on the line from the Bob Dylan song that is, the song is Forever Young, build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. Well, it was easier to portray the moon over the stars, but she's got like a little basket of rungs and she's building it. So Build a Ladder to the Moon was born. However, when it came up in judging, it looked really dark. So I don't know if it looks really dark to you, and I don't know if you can see uh, much detail in there. I put it in some smaller competitions, and it did better than everything else. And then in the big competition, it was the only one that didn't merit. So I don't know. Um, I can just kind of cover that up, cover that side up. And I think you're right. I think it's missing something. I don't know what. So I don't know if I need to have her arm like actually putting a rung up or maybe blending the light a little bit. I don't know. I decided that was last week. Um, and I haven't really worked on. I've got plenty of time. I don't think that um, IPC even opens at all until like August. So I have plenty of time, but I want to get an idea because I get stressed out when I don't you know, when there's a question in the air. I don't handle that well. So I don't know. There's something missing or there's part of the story that's missing. I don't know. But maybe titling. I don't know. Sometimes title can fix or not fix, but make sense of what you're seeing easier. That's another college story that I draw on a lot was when when we were prepping for that same student show, I was titling everything Untitled 1 through 12 or whatever it is I was entering, and my professor was like, "You again? What is your problem?" And everything felt contrived. It felt pretentious and like goofy. But really, it's just another element to add to your storytelling. So to not use it is to take away that last element. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so. That's why some, I've got a little bit of time to, what is that? Oh, that is very strong. I've got a little bit of time and I might end up finding a new concept and just completely ditching that one altogether. But I always kind of hate that. I hate that I've put effort and work into something and then kind of get nothing out of it. It's probably not a good way to, like I tell my teams, you win or you learn. But it's easier to tell other people that than it is to believe it myself. I do have a lot of other concepts that I'd like to work on, but it was funny because that one did well when it was just kind of a case filler. And then I got in my head that it was a crowd favorite. So I don't know if it really, I don't know. It's weird, you hit the judges on the right day or the wrong day, and that's just the way it goes. But I'm very happy that I only have one to mess with between district and IPC. And the funny thing is, last year was the best I've ever done. I was a gold medalist. I had 2 Grand Imaging Award nominations. It was like kind of a once in a lifetime deal. I don't ever expect to do that well again. And I looked back during the judging for this year to see how I had done in district last year because I couldn't remember. And I was 0 for 4 in Master Artist. And I ended up 2 for 4 with an Imaging Excellence Award and a Showcase Image and 2 Grand Imaging Award nominations, which I lost, but so I felt better about it than before because I guess I did better at districts this year, but I also it feels weird to not be able to change them between now and then, but it's also kind of so I attribute a lot of that to Twitch because I've been able to get feedback from people watching and seeing something that I might have missed and just general encouragement, which I really appreciate. See this, I love this wool like this. I love that texture. And it adds this nice element without taking anything away from the subject matter. Now, if I could get the black eyed peas out of my head, that would be remarkable. I think I do like the red and pink. A little bit different. Alright. I gotta find some music before the next stream. I can't live like this. Can and I will, but now these look real similar to what I just shot or what I just edited. So I'm gonna pull up those. Well, not really, actually. Media 18. And then I took the red away. The strawberries. 29, 32. Actually, 29, 33. 37, 39, 41. All right, 37, 39, 41. See, that's too many. Too many pictures in a row. Huh, a little squished. I've been streaming on Twitch, like 2 or 3 months maybe. Not long. I'm pretty new. I'm not good at it yet. I recognize that. I'm okay with it. But the community here, the photography community, that's the only one that I'm a part of. Because everybody's like, oh, I do photography, but like I'll do some video games and stuff sometimes, and that ain't me. If I do a video game, it would be like I would maybe do Oregon Trail or duck hunt, but that's where my video game expertise ends. And I always did those as a kid at somebody else's house because my mom wouldn't let me get the little duck gun. But I also didn't have the gaming system. I was more American Girl dolls than video games. But my kids are very into video games. They're good at them too. I'm gonna have to go listen to music or something when I'm done here. Just I need this song out of my brain. Mia, how long have you been a photographer? I know you said you were new, but that might mean something different to everybody. It took me a really, really long time to call myself a photographer. That's true. Not all games require skills, though. I'm a soccer player. My hand-eye coordination, there's not much there, especially on the left side. Like my left hand is barely functioning. I can drive with it. That's it. That's where the party ends. But everybody on Twitch has been so helpful. And really, it really helped me prepare for my competitions, which I've been competing for a long time. I have my master's degree and my CPP from through Professional Photographers of America and my craftsman degree. So I've been competing and speaking and stuff for years, but I love the back and forth here. 22 and started getting into photography my senior year of high school. Very cool. I love it. Getting a jump start. I've been a professional photographer for 15 years now, and I absolutely love it. I really do. It's a dream job. And I feel very lucky that this is it. I'm at a point in my career where I'm getting to shoot what I want to shoot. And it's stuff that I would shoot whether I was getting paid for it or not. So to get paid for it is is a pretty sweet gig. How about everybody else? Everybody else creeping around. How long have you guys been photographers, or are you photographers? Are there any professional Oregon Trail players? Is there a competitive Oregon Trail scene? There probably is. There's competitive everything. Oh, you switched majors? What was your original major? interesting. I tried to switch majors. Okay, so I had a lot of different interests, and um, I wanted to do historic preservation, architectural historic preservation, and nobody had that as an undergrad degree, only as a master's degree. So I went for fine arts, thinking that um, it was nice and broad. I would enjoy it, and I could focus on because I was in the honors program at my school, so I could focus on getting a nice variety and then going for my master's. And I decided at some point in my first semester that I wanted to switch to political science, and it actually it was pretty late. I think it was in between my first and second semesters. And my professor was also my advisor, refused to change my major. And she said, well, if you want to change your major, you're going to have to find somebody else to do it because I'm not going to let an artist throw away her career for political science. And that was that. I didn't pursue it any further. It's not funny. I guess I wasn't that into the idea of switching because she said no, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess see you Monday. My mother was very mad that I wanted to switch, and my father was glad because he didn't get the art thing, but because he would always say, well, how are you going to make money with that? But then when I was going to switch to political science, he was like, well, how are you going to make money with that? But it didn't come down to that. Oh, accounting to photography. I like it. So that's similar, except they let you switch for good cause. There are some people that are, diverse in their interests and good at everything, but it seems like if you love one, I don't know that you'd love the other, you know? You never know. Well, I'm not going to do this. I changed my mind. Just like I changed my major. No, like I didn't change my major, actually. This little shiny baby foot. It looks like it's like dipped in glitter or something. It's all like shimmery. Well, personally, I think you made the right decision because I would always prefer photography over accounting. Plus, if you got a few accounting classes in, then you are good on because that's the one thing that art school neglects to help you with for the most part. Not all of them, but the business side of it. But I'm very type A and I love the business side too. Very good. It does have a pull. I'm glad to have you. Hi, not from Cali. I'm also not from Cali. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? I got a feeling. Yes, if I'm really not from Cali. Like you're pulling a switcheroo. Like, oh, I'm not definitely not from Cali. week. Oh, thank you. Newborns are a different animal. That is for sure. I love it though. Little pink foot. And then we'll take care of that belly button too. You just have to get better at editing. I've learned the basics of Photoshop. Yeah, that's tough. Like I said earlier in my stream, I came up with, I actually learned on film and then Photoshop. It was just Photoshop. Like it wasn't even Photoshop 1. It was just Photoshop. And so there are a lot of things that I'm super fast at, but then there's a whole other set of things that I just never learned that would make my life a lot easier because um, they were new features. Okay, so um, this like mauve, dusty rose color always messes with newborns that have a little bit of jaundice, and it really makes that color shifting happening in them exacerbated. So, and you can see there where it takes a lot of little, and I don't need to be too thorough here because if they print it for their wall or something like that, you do weddings, but newborn are much harder. I did weddings until 2015, and I'm leaving that to the experts. It's not my jam. Never getting anybody on their best day. You're always getting like, it is an art. Do you want to share your are you a streamer? Or share your Instagram? Share away. We'll pop you up on the big screen. I liked wedding photography. Like I think it's so special to be a part of somebody's big day. Like I genuinely believe that. But I also am good to not do that anymore. I don't miss it. There are some like from a photography standpoint, there are some things that I miss. Like the actual portraits. I loved the portraits. But everybody is always all sweaty and drunk and like rushed because they want to get to their party. And then I ran into people wanting me to like also be their wedding coordinator and like keep timelines going. And I'm sure that was because when I was shooting weddings, I was still severely underpriced. And when I decided I didn't want to do them anymore, I jacked the price way, way up, thinking, okay, well, if I'm going to do them, I'll make it worth my while. And then I did one at that price that I thought was like nobody's going to pay that anyway. And turns out there is no price that makes me like shooting weddings. Oh yes, Texas would be hard. Okay, I'm gonna share your Instagram. Everybody go like not from Cali. Oh wait. Okay, I've got to do it on here. I do that every time because it opens up in a different browser. There we go. You got yourself a follow. Ooh! Oh, it's not gonna let me look? Okay, here. Maybe I'll look around my camera. Oh, look at you with your start here. Colorado, Texas, Washington, beyond. Those are some of the prettiest places. Loving it again. I think a new place. That is stunning. I love it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I could do it and I could do it in Colorado. I could make myself do it. But see, just for the portrait. I'll make everybody use their iPhones for for the ceremony. And look at that scenery. Gosh, that's beautiful. And wedding videography is so much cooler now than it was when I got married, which 19 years next month. Yay. But man, yes, just portraits. I'm not here for your actual wedding, kids. Nobody cares about that. We're here for the pictures. Which is why I don't do that anymore. People frown on that. Thank you. I got married, so we met in art school. We were little weirdos together, and which is funny because we both ended up going back and getting other degrees. His specialty was sculpture. He went back and got an IT degree, and he's so freakishly good at it. And I went back and got a marketing degree, which I still use both of my degrees every single day. But we were weirdos, and we had our wedding at our ceremony started at 10 p.m. on a Friday night, which, like, if I wanted to think of the least convenient time for everybody in the world to come to my wedding, that would be it. But that's not why we were doing it. Oh no. Well, here's the thing. We were 21 years old when we got married, and those were just our awake hours. It wasn't part of it. Now, most everybody is dead now, so I can say this. But part of it was because we wanted to keep it small without hurting anybody's feelings. So we put the ball in their court so they could hurt our feelings by not coming. But that's just when we were awake. That's when we operated best, was the middle of the night. But we got married in downtown Indianapolis in the Indiana Repertory Theater, and it was absolutely beautiful. And looking back now, we did not go outside in the city lights and take portraits. Didn't think about it. Nobody suggested it. And I'm very sad. Oh, you eloped. Yes. Oh, my cousin eloped to Colorado. Like, I just saw her pictures on Facebook, and I was like, oh, she got married. Okay. I'm not insulted. I'm really not, though. But it also saved us a present. Oh, thank you for the follow. Weddings are funny. People get so worked up about them. I hope I didn't do that. I honestly don't remember. I don't think I did. My mom was very worked up. My mom was very worked up about our wedding. But, oh, thank you. Well, did we just become best friends? I think so. But my sisters and I were 5 and 8 years apart, so pretty wide gap, right? So we got married within 3 years of each other. Sorry, mom and dad. So my mother was a little stressed out, and I was the last one. So nobody wanted to come to my wedding anyway. I would love to go to a wedding and not be the photographer though. I think I've been to one wedding in the last like 15 years because like people invite you and be like, well, just bring your camera. We're not having a photographer since you're there. And then it's like, oh, I'm not going to go to that. And it's even worse if they are having a photographer because I'm not going to step on some other photographer's toes. I might judge them from a distance. Just kidding. Only one wedding? Were you in it? And one of my older sisters is the bridesmaid queen. She was in like a 400, not really, but it felt like it. She was in a wedding like every weekend for every year of her 20s. I don't have that many friends. 2 weddings, not as a photog. One when I was 3. Oh no! Okay, well, maybe you're bad luck then. Maybe it's better to just stick to photographs. And then, okay, so then when you go to a wedding, not as a photographer, then do you see shots and stuff that you want the photographer to be taking? It's interesting. It's like a, just like it's observing somebody in their natural habitat. Or people will introduce you to the photographer like you probably like all photographers know each other. Oh, good. Got this weird little beauty skin. My thing is squeaking. It's weird. Oh, her photographer was as in 15 years old? Tell me I'm misreading that. Because I'm picturing my sons who are 16 and 14. I am in Indiana. If you follow college basketball and you know who the Hoosiers are, that's my town. 15 years old. Oh my gosh. Did she do okay? I'm curious. That's a big ask. She got some bravery. Oh, cool. 48 and 49. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. You get one try, although sometimes you get 2 or 3. Oh man, 15 though. I'm trying to think of something even in the ballpark of wedding photography that I would let my 15-year-old children attempt. There's not much. Yeah, you do have to start somewhere. Ooh, that stresses me out though. I shot my first wedding ever for $100. Like that wouldn't even cover gas. I wonder if they're married. It was a long time ago. I wonder what she thought of it. Was she, um, isn't that funny to think about? I'd like to look back at my first price list or my first logo, or have you seen that thing floating around social media that's like all different logos that say your logo is fine, your logo is fine? It cracks me up. I've had the same logo for 13 years, so that is not my, that's not where my issues lie. My issues are other places. Okay, 88.59. 2016, over 100 now. I quit in 2015, so we just missed each other. So I shot weddings from '07 to 15. I have no idea how many I shot. More than I should have. There are not a lot of, so everybody around here has a barn wedding or a church wedding. And the first several weddings that I shot, their dresses, I was like, dress? The exact same dress from the last wedding I shot. Like there wasn't a lot of excitement in that. Not to make their wedding about me, but 150 until I figure out what I really want to charge. Yes. Know your worth. Figure out your price point and own it. That's what I was rattling on about earlier when nobody was on my stream yet. Or if they were maybe afraid. They were a little scared. It's okay. But no one will ever pay you more than you tell them you're worth. And that's true. Thank you, Professor. If I could remember which one you were, I would give credit. Barn weddings and baby's breath. Yes, I do love baby's breath, but and I'm sure there are some cool, unique weddings around here, but I wasn't getting them, and I'm sure it was the price point that I was at too. You do need business cards and a logo. Okay. Here's my unsolicited advice to you: is Moo has gorgeous business cards. I just got a bunch for my speaking tour to hand out to people so they could see um, my my speaking website, my portrait website, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. It's like a friendship card. I can be like, you want to be friends? Everybody on Twitch uses Canva. I've never used it, but I I need to look into that because I keep hearing about it. Did I just edit something that looks exactly like the same exact photograph? I think I did. Or is this actually it? Thank you. I wish I could get this song. Like, I didn't even hate the song before it was stuck in my head, but it's been in my head long enough. We're not on good terms. Yeah, that's tough. I think I got lucky that I liked my logo so much because I had it in my head from being a marketing major, like having studied the most successful brands, how they don't change their logo. It's very consistent. Like, McDonald's. I want a McDonald's logo. Well, I don't, but you know what I mean. And so far, like I could probably update it. Canva and Spark. Very nice. I have not. So I just do my own as far as, yeah, ageless is hard. It's really hard. Because that's one of my, in one of my classes, that's probably my most popular class, unconventional marketing. We talk about branding for your business and creating your, here, your brand colors and words and logo and all that stuff. And my gotcha when I give that class is always, okay, write down 3 words that describe your brand, and then put up a word cloud of all the words that you shouldn't use. And then you see people like like covering their paper and scratching it out. And it's not really meant to, it's not meant to like embarrass anybody or anything like that. But like, one of the words is like beautiful. Like, nobody's going to advertise their ugly photography, their gross photography. So just, it has to be so unique. And I'm going on a tangent. I can feel. I'm gonna reel it back in. Slow down, Allie. Seal of approval. You know what? I saw a meme that said we peaked as a species in the 90s, and I feel that. We got 90s rap, TGIF, ugly trash fire photography. Yes, it's unique. You know what? There's a place for that, though. There really is. At least it's different. Like, beautiful, classic. I have a whole word cloud of stuff that you're not supposed to use because it's boring. I'd rather have ugly trash fire photography than, and for a while it was the, very moody. That's for the trash the dress sessions that were popular a while back. Are those still a thing? I hope not. My sister was like, "Hey, I saw those trash the dress sessions. Could we do that without actually trashing it?" I was like, "You just want more pictures in your wedding dress." She's like, "Yeah." Not much. Yeah. I've been Roots and Wings photography forever, and I just recently had some old man online tell me that I should probably change it because it seemed like I only photographed wild animals. I was like, okay, but in 15 years nobody else has thought that. So who's the real problem here? Not me, buddy. I never thought about that though. Roots and Wings, I guess. Okay, I'll accept it. I too hate old man photographer unsolicited advice. I probably give it. It's better received from me since I'm not an old man. Yes, please. Please have a ghost logo. I love ghosts. I'm 100% in support of a ghost logo, and now I need to see it. I love it. That would honestly be really fun because it would be totally different. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to zoom. I was trying to be lazy. Ooh, yes, ghost story. You probably have ghost towns too in Colorado. Are you in Colorado or are you in Washington or Texas or all three? Which are seriously 3 of the most beautiful places. I'm gonna start singing America the Beautiful. Don't mind me. Yes, you do have to do it. Ghost, 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 ghost. We're gonna need a ghost report when this is all said and done. I'll still be here singing. I got a feeling. That's too much. I can't, for whatever reason tonight. I'm not working out the old smudge. Colorado Springs. Oh, beautiful. We were on, where was that? There was somewhere in Colorado that we went on the Great American Road Trip twice. One time we drove from Indiana to San Francisco, and then one time from Indiana to Anaheim. And so we got to see a lot of the country and passing through. I kind of think it was Denver. No, it wasn't. Maybe it was Colorado Springs. There was, okay, one of my kids pooped their pants and we had to stop and like get them cleaned up. And we stopped at the nicest Whole Foods I've ever seen in my life. It was so beautiful that it made me want to move to Colorado. I won't tell you which one because then the rest will be mad that I'm telling the story at all because now people think it could be any of them. I'll post their pictures and then let you guys guess. Just kidding. I can hear you guys in there. Well, you know what? Then you like a lot of my stories. I have 6 kids, so a lot of people poop in their pants. And that's when the stream went sideways. I just went ham on this baby's skin just for fun. Oh, it took me a minute. I was like, your second poop episode or second baby I'm going to go with. Congratulations. What do you have? Second baby, one girl and one boy. Oh, congratulations. Oh, I love a baby. They're the best. 3's a fun age too. That's when they just start telling everybody all your business. Ooh, okay. Ghost stories. Sure, I just went full ham on this baby. She's just keeping you honest. I don't like that one. I don't like that angle. My dad is a Civil War historian, so I grew up going to Gettysburg just about every year. Like Gettysburg was kind of our second home. And when we were actually grown ups during this story because I had a couple of my kids with me and my husband, and my sister was there, and I was gonna I was gonna like take pictures how like ghost anomalies show. We watched a lot of Ghost Hunters. We went through a phase. Um, and then I got this orb thing in one of the pictures, and I was like, oh sweet. Except my sister is um dancing around in it, like, because we were like, well, here's a ghost and here's a ghost, like just being ridiculous. And she's dancing around in the one where we actually got something weird looking that looked like a ghost, so she won't let me share it. So I have a picture of a ghost, but you can't see it. Totally believable. Okay, I'll do one more round and then, oh my gosh, it's almost 3 hours. Party stream. I gotta wait for the ghost story though. Oh my gosh, forget about it. Baby smiles. This is already my favorite. I didn't even know I got a smile in this setup. That is too much. Oh my gosh. I brought 80 and 83. 88, 84. Okay, so we got 71 edited. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple more. Okay, here we go. When I was about 6, I went to my grandma's house for Christmas, a normal tradition. There was an elderly woman in a wheelchair there this time. I was distracted by presents and new kittens. I'm distracted too. So I didn't really pay attention to her. Years later, I asked my mom who she was because she became a core memory. My mom said nobody ever joined us. But it's not, oh, I got chills like my great grandma who passed before I was gone. Have you looked at all the pictures? She's got to be there. I just got chills. That's a good one. Closest thing is last year in the middle of the night. I was about to go to bed and I heard someone whisper, "Ooh, that gave me chills too." Maybe it was not from Callie's grandma, great grandma. She's she's making the rounds. I love that stuff. That is fascinating. That is definitely a solid ghost experience. She's being friendly. That's right. It's very hospitable. one of the times we were at Gettysburg, we were walking up on one of the hills, and we it was a hill with monuments, and you can see all around. And my dad was acting goofy or something, and was like, Mom was like, "Shh, you're gonna disturb that reenactor." And Dad was like, "What are you talking about?" And I saw him too, and my mom and I were like, "He's leaned up against that monument." And we went back, and there was nobody there, and there was nobody anywhere, but we just thought he was a reenactor. So I don't know. Yeah. What is the high school thing? Were you an emo kid? Did you have do these stories involve a lot of eyeliner? The floater. I love it. I've got to go listen to music. Oh, athlete prep artsy. We just became best friends. We did. I was I was absolutely the athlete. Like that's what I was known for, but I didn't want that title. Like I was so cool. Like a conversation I had a couple years ago, and I preserved it in my Facebook memories for all time. But my son was 12, and he was like, I feel like Pokemon will be in my life forever. And I was like, well, if I had made that at 12, then Bone Thugs and Harmony would have been in my life forever. And he was like, what? You're right. Pokemon probably will. Just go on about your business. Okay, I'm going to edit this gorgeous little baby smile, and then we're going to find somebody to raid because this has been a fun stream. Thank you guys for your ghost stories. I love that stuff. I love it when a stream just totally derails and you talk about way more fun stuff. I was just going to yell at everybody about making sure that your price high enough. Living wage. Beyond a living wage. It should be more than a living wage because this is but see, I'm doing it anyway. Truly, I think Pokemon probably will be in my kids' lives forever. It was a huge, huge part. They were the oldest two were competitive players and ranked, and they were like a big deal until COVID shut everything down. But I think that'll probably be a pretty important memory, much more important than Bone Thugs and Harmony for me. I never won anything for that. I might still have a pair of Jinkos at my parents' house, as good as it gets. Green Day. They're Good Riddance. What's it? No. What's the graduation song? Is that Good Riddance? Another Turning Point, A Fork Stick in the Road. That came out the year I graduated. It was like basically for me. Yes. I was playing in a soccer tournament behind a stadium where 98 Degrees was having a concert, and we saw them outside while we were warming up, and everybody like had to pretend that they didn't know who they were because we were mature high school kids. I don't know, like my little sister probably. Everybody's making up excuses and stuff. God, my kids love My Chemical Romance. It makes me so happy. They like the Steve Aoki version of Black Parade, but it makes me happy. That's their hype music. Oh, that's a better song to have stuck in my head. I appreciate it. I want to sing it. Is it copyright infringement if my rendition? It's timeless classic. Said onion. I remember watching them perform that at like the VMAs on a rooftop. One of my kids, they're gonna be like, Mom, we're gonna see the stop, please. Give her a little kiss of light there. Yes. I think we are best friends. I think that just happened right here. Her first twitch. I get all up in my feelings when I'm prepping for print competition or an exhibition. Especially my exhibitions tend to be a little bit dark. That's the emo kid inside me still. Get a hoodie. Pull it up real aggressively. Oh, that's interesting. Yes. All right. Okay, I gotta make myself chill on this baby's skin. And let's find somebody to raid. Who we got? Who's on right now? Nobody. Of course they aren't. Everybody was on earlier. All right. Well, I feel it too. Yes. Thank you guys so much. What a fun stream. You guys made my day. All right. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be with every other soul this side of the Mississippi, downtown Indianapolis. But I will not be doing anything that has to do with racing cars. I'm going to the soccer game. It was just poor timing on my part. Hey, thank you! Yay! I appreciate that. Awesome. Well, everybody come back and see me again. Follow along here. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. And I will hit you guys back. Thank you guys so much. Have an awesome night. Bye.
That's why you my mommy. Please.